So today we are going to be doing a HIIT yoga flow. Now this is great for beginners all the way into intermediate or more advanced students. You don't have to know how to do yoga in order to do this. It is a yoga shred inspired class. So we'll be using some of the yoga shreds and modifications. So it's a really good workout. You're going to get your blood pumping. You're going to get your muscles moving. If for some reason something is too much for you, it is important, just like any workout, if something doesn't feel good, for you to make sure that you just stop doing it or you modify it. So today I'll be showing you some modifications that you can do, and then I'll be showing you if you'd like to challenge yourself and get a better workout. I'll give you some of those as well. Okay? So it's really important the whole time we're doing this workout that you are breathing just like you would in a yoga class or a workout. It brings fresh oxygen to our muscles and our body, and it's just really important to make sure that you feel good with your workout. Because if you don't feel good, you're not going to want to do it, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So with this Tabata workout, we're going to start with a warm-up. Then we're going to do a few different exercises, and we'll be doing those in intervals. So you'll have an interval of 20 seconds, and then you'll have a break for 10 seconds. And we'll do most of those 8 rounds, okay? So we're going to start with our warm-up. So either sitting on your knees, or maybe if you want to sit on your rear end, you can do that, whatever's comfortable for your knees. We're going to inhale those arms up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And this time we'll bring the arms up and over to one side, lifting up and over. Make sure you're not collapsing to the side. You really want to feel a good stretch in the side body. And inhaling back to center and exhaling. And then the other side, inhaling up and exhaling out. And then breathing freely here, lifting up and over. And then when you're ready, inhaling back up and exhaling down. Now let's come to all fours. We'll be doing some cat and cow. Now if this is too much for your knees, feel free to put a blanket or pillow underneath your knees, or even double up your mat. Now we want to stack our joints, so wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. If for some reason that's uncomfortable for your wrists, you can be on your fists or your forearms, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna exhale and bring our spine up towards the sky. Exhaling up, squeezing the belly in, all the airs coming out. And then on your inhalation, we'll come into cow. So keeping the belly engaged, a nice tight core, but bringing the belly button down towards the mat and looking forward slightly. So do a couple more of those, exhaling up and inhaling down. And last one. Good. And so from here, we're just going to take our toes into the mat. We're going to take our hands out in front of us just a little bit wide, fingers, starfish fingers. And we're going to lift those hips straight up to where the wall and the ceiling meet. So thinking about bringing the hips up and back. Our biceps are right at our ears. We're pushing all the way through our knuckles so that we're not putting any pressure on our wrists. Now we want to have a nice bend in those knees. Now for you yogis who have been doing this a while, you wouldn't think you'd have such a bend, but we're going to do this for right now, okay? And then we're just going to walk in and roll up the spine one vertebrae at a time. Head's the last thing to come up. And we'll take an inhalation here and exhale down. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. If you're not warmed up all the way and you want to go through that again, please do. Otherwise, let's get started. So I'm just going to be using a small yoga book to keep up with our intervals. So like I said, we'll have 20 seconds and then we'll have a 10-second break. Now you will hear the beeps, and I'll also give you audible cues, all right? So our first one, We're gonna be lifting the arms up. And we're gonna sit back into chair and we're gonna twist. So you wanna have those sits bones going towards the back and coming back up. Sits bones towards the back and twisting. So it looks like this, twisting and sitting back. And then we'll pause for 10 seconds. Now it's really important that you set up your foundation. So for the next couple intervals, you want to make sure that you're really paying attention to your form. So lifting up, and we're going to exhale, sit back, and twist. Now for some reason the twist is uncomfortable, do what you can. You can just not go back as far with the arms. But if you can get into that full twist, give it a shot. All right, 10 seconds. All right, set up your foundation and sit back and twist. If you're starting to get the hang of it, you can go ahead and speed it up just a little bit. Just make sure when you speed it up, you're not losing your form. You don't want those knees in front of your ankles. You want to be sitting back. And rest for 10. All right, here we go. Make sure you're breathing. You can even breathe out the mouth. Make sure you keep moving. And let's begin. And twist, twist, twist. Remember, you don't have to go all the way down. And if you're uncomfortable with the balance that this requires, you can hold a chair and do this right in front of you. Only 3 rounds left. Doing great. Make sure you're breathing. Set up your foundation. Make sure you're sitting back and breathing. Only 2 rounds left. Lifting up each time, lifting, pushing up through the heels when you're coming up as well, squeezing those glutes. Last one. Now these do usually go in 8 intervals, but if for some reason you can only do 4, no problem. Just hang out till the next one. Great job. All right, so that was our first one. We want to go ahead and keep moving. If you want to grab water, go ahead and do that really quick. And then we'll be going into our next one, okay? So our next interval exercise or HIT flow is we're gonna be doing the same chair that we just did, except we're gonna add a little bit more legs to it, okay? So again, you can hold a chair in front of you, or you can hold the wall, all right? So you're gonna be sitting down into your chair, so our sits bones are going back, and then you're gonna kick, squat, kick. So chair, kickbacks, chair, kickbacks. Okay, so here we go. Starting with the right side. 3, 2, 1, and chair, kick, chair, kick, chair, kick, chair, kick. Make sure you're sitting back. You should be able to see your toes. If you can't see your toes, then that means your knees are too far forward. And sometimes I'll add an arm. It just helps me with balance, plus you're working your upper body a little bit. All right, so keep moving. We have 5 seconds, and then we'll go to our next one. And begin. So sit, back, kick back, kick back. Now if that's too much for you to stay in a squat, you can always come all the way up and kick back. Okay, 10 seconds. And here we go. Keeping that belly button in tight so it protects your low back. Keeping your core in nice and tight. Okay, 10 seconds. Breathing. Here we go. So you're pushing through the heel, kicking back through the heel, and breathing. Break. Only 4 rounds left. So sit, kick, sit, kick. Now if it's too much for these squats, you can hold the wall and just do the kicks. So preferably you'd have a wall in front of you and you would just do the kicks. Okay, so that's an option. So now we're gonna add in hop. You can watch me. So you're gonna chair, kick, hop. Now you don't have to add the hop. You can stick what we did before. Break. So make sure you're breathing. If you need to grab water, 10 seconds. All right, here we go, ready? Squat, kick, hop. And don't forget, you don't have to hop. That is gonna add more of an elevated heart rate. So if you're already feeling like you're getting a great workout without the hop, then don't do the hop. 1 more round. Squat, kick, hop. Again, you should be able to see your toes. Make sure you're sitting back. You did it. So that was 2 rounds. So we're gonna do 1 more interval and then we're gonna do a cool down, okay? So with this interval, we're gonna be coming down to the ground. So we're gonna just kind of dance around here for a minute, get our breath before we take our heart rate or our heart down onto the floor, okay? So just breathing here. And we'll slow the breath down a little bit, inhaling up and exhaling down. Up and exhaling down. Two more. Last one. All right. So our next one, we're going to be coming down to the mat. So we're going to get down onto our rear end. Now if you're still feeling like your heart rate is really elevated, just hit pause for a minute. get some water, and then come back and hit play again, okay? Otherwise, we are gonna be lying down. So if for some reason you don't feel comfortable, make sure that you take a rest. Okay, so our next one that we're gonna be doing, get this set back up. We're gonna be doing a belly bonfire. So we're gonna lie all the way down onto the back. Good. Now we're gonna bring our hands behind our head, just like so, and we're gonna lift our feet up. Now, if this is too much, lifting your feet, you can have your knees bent, or you can have your feet here. Now you will get the best up here, but make sure you modify to what is comfortable for you. So we're just gonna be lifting up, and here we go. I'll talk you through it. So 4, 3, 2, 1. So lifting up, up. So you want to bring your nose up towards the ceiling. So you're not pulling your head forward. I don't want to see any of this. You're lifting straight up. Breathing. And then taking a break. You can take your legs out long if you want to, stretching out the abdominals. And then go ahead and set back up. Here we go. Go at your own pace. You want to be lifting to about the bottom of your scapula or your shoulder blades. And then relax. Make sure you're breathing. And here we go. Lifting up. So really, if you push your head into your fingers, it makes it much easier. You're not using your neck muscles. You're using your abdominal muscles. That's what we want. So breathing, focusing. Good. Almost there. Setting up your foundation and lift. Hope your belly bonfire is feeling warm. Mine sure is. All right, reset. Three rounds left. Really important to push through this. If for some reason you're feeling uncomfortable, make sure that you're paying attention to your head. You're not lifting or pulling on the neck. You're just lifting from the nose, like if someone was pulling a string up towards the ceiling. Lifting you. Pushing those elbows out, open. Make sure you're not up here. Lifting, breathing. Good. All right, only 2 rounds left. And here we go. So lifting straight up, straight up. Bringing that navel towards the spine. Opening those elbows. Pushing the head into the hands. You're almost there. Come on. And relax. 1 round left. You can do this. If I can do this and talk to you, you can do this. All right, you ready? Here we go. So lifting, last one. Breathe. Breathing. Come on. Almost there. Open those elbows. Lift, 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 lift. Good job. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and stretch out. Stretch it nice and long. Breathing. And let's go ahead and bend at the knees. We're going to take the right ankle to the left thigh. Come through the hole, grab the hamstring, relax the leg. Now we're going to be pulling this left leg towards us, but I want you to think about pushing that right knee away from you. That's the hip stretch. So breathing here. Starting to slow those breaths down. Relaxing the head, the neck, the shoulders. Really pulling that left leg towards you. And then relax out of the pose. Switching sides, coming behind the right hamstring. Flexing that foot. And energetically thinking about sending that left knee away from you. Breathing into the hips and the sticky stuff. And lots of squats. We need to open the hips back up. And then relaxing out of the pose. Let's just windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Opening up the front of the hips a little bit. And then coming back to center. Now if it's comfortable, we'll go ahead and take that left ankle to the thigh. And we're going to wiggle those right toes or heel to toe out. Now if this is uncomfortable, you can definitely take both legs over. You don't have to have the ankle on the knee. You want to add a chest stretch. You can open into cactus arms. And then inching back in, switching sides, right ankle, left thigh. And taking heel toe out, heel toe, heel toe. Till it feels comfy. Breathing here. Focusing on slowing the breath. Welcome the stretch. And then coming back to center. And relaxing the legs. And bringing the arms back down. And from here, we're just going to lift the hips. You're going to push through the heels, lift the hips. And you're just going to bring them 2 inches over to your left. You're just going to take both knees over to the right. Now you can open the arm behind you or at a diagonal if you want to add that chest stretch, which is great for opening up the front of the body. And breathing here, allowing yourself to relax into the stretch. And then we'll go ahead and come back to center and reset, putting those feet back on the floor. And this time again, coming back to neutral, so we're back in the center. Push through the heels, lift the hips, and 2 inches over to the right. And bring the knees over to the left. And take that arm up at an angle is my favorite, but you can have cactus arm. You can have your arms straight. It's whatever's comfortable for you. So breathing here. Every exhale helps you twist just a little bit more. Relaxing into the pose. And then coming back to center, go ahead and straighten those hips out. And then we're going to come into our final resting pose. Now ideally you want to stay here 3 to 5 minutes. So you can hit pause and just veg out here. I'll walk you through getting started and then I'll leave you be. So you're going to relax the legs out long. You can put a pillow under the knees if you need it. If you'll tilt your pelvis up towards the ceiling and then lay your hips down, it will help put some space in your low back so it's not uncomfortable to lie here. So bringing the shoulders down away from the ears, the low back down away from the shoulders, and breathing. Have your hands out to your sides, palms facing up, or you can place your hands on your low belly, feeling the breath rise and fall. And starting to slow that breath down, inhaling deep down into the low belly. And on your exhale, squeezing the navel in towards the spine. And continue to breathe here for as long as it feels comfortable. To stay here longer, again, you can hit that pulse button. Otherwise, I'm going to bring you out of your final resting pose. So wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers, taking a nice deep inhalation, feeling the belly rise like a balloon, and then exhaling completely. And when you're ready, you'll bend one knee and then the other. And you can windshield wiper those legs again. And then we'll let both knees fall over to the right side. And push ourselves up into a seated position. So you want to sit up nice and tall. We'll go ahead and close our eyes here and just take a couple of deep breaths, just grounding ourselves back into our day. So inhaling through the nose, down into the low belly. And on your exhale, squeezing that belly button in towards the spine, tightening the core. And again, inhaling deep. And exhaling completely. We'll take one more breath like this. And when you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, bring your hands together into prayer position so the palms of the hands are together. And I want you to feel the warmth or the coolness in the hands, pushing the palms together. This helps to ground us in our day. And we'll take one more deep breath here. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and blink the eyes open. And this is where we'll end our practice. So namaste. Thank you so much for trying Hiit Yoga. I hope you enjoyed that and you got as good of a workout as I did. Now remember, you can always replay this and share it with someone else, or if you'd like to explore the other yoga classes on the channel, you're welcome to do that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.